landlord tried to evict me the week before my wedding. When I fought back, I discovered he'd been running a scheme that had already destroyed 3 other families. I was carrying groceries up the stairs when I found the notice taped to my door. 30 days to vacate. Reason listed: repeated lease violations and failure to maintain premises in habitable condition. I stood in the hallway reading it twice. I'd lived in that apartment for 4 years, never missed rent, never had a noise complaint, never so much as scuffed the walls. My fiancé was inside finishing the seating chart for our wedding. 200 guests, 6 weeks out. We'd spent the last 18 months saving aggressively, planning every detail. Our honeymoon was booked, deposits paid. This notice would detonate everything. I knocked on my neighbor's door. "Did you get one of these?" He looked at the paper and nodded slowly. "Last week, and the couple downstairs too." Something tightened in my chest. I called the landlord immediately. He picked up on the first ring, which felt wrong. I told him I'd never violated anything. He said the property management company had documented evidence of lease violations going back 14 months. He'd be happy to email it. The email arrived in 20 minutes. Photos of trash allegedly outside my door. A maintenance log showing I'd been warned 3 times about noise disturbances after 10. An inspection report detailing water damage I'd allegedly caused to the unit below mine. None of it was real. The photos were dated from days I had work timestamps placing me in another city. The noise complaints listed specific dates. I pulled my phone and found Ring doorbell footage from every single one. Nothing. My hallway. Silent. Empty. I hired a tenant rights attorney. $3,000 from our wedding savings. He reviewed everything and went quiet for a long moment. This isn't just wrong. This is coordinated. He requested the landlord's full documentation through formal channels. Meanwhile, I started talking to my neighbors. The couple downstairs had gotten a nearly identical packet. Different violation dates. Same structure. Same boilerplate language. The neighbor across the hall had already caved and moved out 2 months earlier, forfeiting his security deposit. I went through city property records. The building had sold 8 months ago to a new LLC. The new owner had filed 14 eviction notices across 2 properties since acquiring them. 11 tenants had already left. He was clearing the building to convert the units to short-term rentals, evicting long-term tenants with fabricated violations so he'd never have to pay relocation assistance. The landlord filed in housing court 3 weeks before my wedding. I sat across from him at the first hearing, and he didn't even look at me, just a column on a spreadsheet to him. My attorney subpoenaed the original inspection reports from the city. The building had passed inspection 11 months ago, with 0 violations noted in any unit, including mine. He subpoenaed the property management company's internal communications. The emails were extraordinary. Flagged for turnover. Draft violation history. Make it look organic. Spread dates across 6 months. The judge read through the emails without expression. Then she looked at the landlord's attorney with the specific stillness of someone exercising restraint. "This documentation was fabricated. Do you want to respond to that before I continue?" The attorney asked for a recess. They came back 20 minutes later and offered to drop the eviction if I signed an NDA. My attorney stood up. "No." And we're amending our response to include fraud, harassment, and retaliatory eviction. The judge dismissed the eviction. She sanctioned the landlord's firm for filing in bad faith and referred the fabricated documentation to the city attorney's office for investigation. I sued for retaliatory eviction and emotional distress. The landlord settled 4 months later to avoid the city investigation expanding. $220,000. My 3 displaced neighbors filed a joint complaint with the housing authority. The building was flagged. The short-term rental conversion was denied. We used the settlement to buy a house. Closed on a Friday morning. That same evening we had our rehearsal dinner. I still think about that notice taped to my door. How close I came to just packing boxes instead of asking questions. How many people in that building did exactly that? Don't be the person who packs boxes.